What's going on? I'm Cliff Hill. You are tuned into Ball Alert. I am here with the one and only Mr. Giviot Joseph, Mr. Remington Hoffman, and Mr. Cameron Fuller. How you guys doing today?
Oh, been great, man. How's it going?
great.
Cliff, thank you for joining us, man.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for having me, man. Listen, I really enjoyed the brotherhood between you guys and Zach. I think every male friend group can definitely relate to all of you guys in some way. So what have you all learned from your friendships on screen that you kind of apply to your friendship in real life?
Oh man, that's beautiful, man. I think I've learned and taken a lot from these guys in terms of communication and vulnerability. Remington's a very good communicator, and so is G. They know how to express themselves well. And I haven't always been the best communicator in terms of expressing myself. You know, I'll let stuff bottle up sometime. But I would say just like being around, especially Remington. Remington has a very zen way of like communicating things to you, and he's been very revelatory for me in my life. Both of them have actually, like, you know, I see them as brothers now, and I think the on-screen dynamic is only intensified because we really spend this much time together off screen, you know? Like when we're filming, we all kind of stay together. We go to Val's house and hang out. And I'm sure you've seen on social media, us all hanging out, piling out the movies or stuff. We do a lot of group activities. And we just genuinely like being around each other. So
100%.
I've just really embraced that all.
Yeah. I would say one of the things that I learned the most is I'm used to trying to take a lot of burden on my shoulders and not necessarily, you know, rely on other people to help me with that burden. And one of the things, I mean, I've learned it from, I want to say every season, it like, I get reminded of it if I ever start to, like, you know, slip. But like being able to rely on on these guys that I consider friends and family, and being able to have real conversations about certain things, whether it's me asking Cam about something I might be dealing with, or with Remington, he has an optimism and a willingness to be completely himself. Which I feel like it definitely rubbed off and helped me to kind of be more confident. I don't know if that's possible, but I did. But I feel like the biggest thing was the fact that it felt like we have a community of guys that we can talk about whatever it is that we're going through and be honest about it. You know, we're all fathers, and we're all talking about how we want to be able to raise our daughters. We're girl dads, things like that that we may have been apprehensive to do before, but we bounce ideas off of each other.
Yeah, it's very comforting.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that, because I feel like I've learned, like, both watching how Bryce is in the show and myself with them and our camaraderie and our family dynamic and our friendship, is confidence. I feel like I've learned a lot about confidence being around all of the people on our show, and especially our guys group, like you said. I feel like it lifts me up and makes me learn more about inner confidence inside of myself. So I thought that was cool that you said that be yourself makes me feel confident. So I think that we really do lift each other up, and we are really close off screen, just like on screen.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can definitely tell, man, because in my mind, you guys are your real actors. You guys act so well that I believe every character. Like, I'm looking at you right now, Cam, I'm like the hater, man. You hating on Zach the whole time.
Get loose on him, Cliff. Go ahead.
It's all good.
Don't hold back.
No, but Remington, I really want to talk to you, man, about your character. You know, the issues, the things that you and Angela went through. I think the sexuality thing, I think for some people, you know, they probably used to that, but some people it's definitely a taboo topic. Why do you think it was important for, you know, this story to be put on TV screens for people to kind of see and witness and talk about?
I think what's important about it is that it's not so much the being a swinger or being bisexual or any of these things. It's about that Bryce wasn't forward about it with Angela from the beginning. He didn't tell her, hey, this is who I am. And I think that really stems from Bryce not accepting himself, not accepting who he truly is. Same thing when he made the move on Zach in season 1. And I think that that's what I've learned. And I think what the kind of the message is it's really about being yourself and really accepting yourself and being confident enough to be able to communicate to those around you that you care about that this is who I am, and this is how I like to do 100%. Things, and this is what I'm looking for out of life.
100%. And I just wanted to piggyback off of what Remington said about that. One thing that I truly appreciate about the Zatima is that we're able to see a straight male get past the fact that his friend may have had some sexual interest in him and still allow him to be a part of, because I feel like the taboo that we would see is, oh, he hit on me, that's it, we can't be friends anymore. But it's like the friendship is not based off of that one thing, it's based off so much more. So I really appreciate that we're able to see that in Zatima, because that's real life, you know?
And he doesn't go run off and tell his friends about it. Like, yo, this dude, it's like, that ain't,
It's like, that's not
whatever,
important.
man. That's not important. Yeah. Like, you know,
sure.
we don't
I was
care.
gonna say, I think the whole key was to see kind of how Angela came around to him and kind of how Zach handled it as a friend. I think it's important for people to see that, hey, this can turn out positive. This can turn out that way. So absolutely. Then my last question before they send me away, I asked everybody this question. What character other than the character that you guys play would you say you most relate to? So like Cam, maybe you're more like Zach in real life. Remington, maybe you're more like Cam in real life. So which character would you say you relate to in real life?
In real life, I'd say honestly, I consider myself Mr. Tyrone. I think I give a lot of good advice in real life.
Okay.
Like my friends, like I'll try to objectively give them good advice. And I think Mr. Tyrone, even though he's more of a staple now in season 3, season 3 he wasn't that big in season 2, but he gives a lot of great advice, and he's like our wise sage of the group. So I would say Mr. Tyrone to kind of be unconventional about it.
Gotcha. I was expecting that one. Okay.
What do you think of you?
I would say I have a mix of, you know, we all grow, right? We all went through different phases. I've had points in my life where I was like Nate. I've had points in my life where I was down and out, where I felt like Jeremiah. I may have not been strung out, but you know, and then I've also had points where I felt like Tony. And I think right now I'm in a season that I would say closest would be Tony. Really, because I'm a business owner as well. I'm a business professional. I got a degree and all of that stuff, and I'm an entrepreneur aside from acting. So I would say I'm pretty close to who Tony is. I would say we share a lot of similarities.
Tony was the stand-up friend for sure.
Sure, I'll take it.
Just this season 3, you're gonna be
Don't
surprised.
listen to him. You're gonna still hate Nate. I'll tell you that.
Bet money you won't.
What about you, Remington?
I'd say that I mean, maybe off the bat a little more how I am, maybe a little like Fatima or Angela in some way. I feel like their characters are more like stable in some way than the Bryce character.
Okay.
I feel like, I mean, maybe it's just because I'm trying to like connect to Bryce in certain ways, but I feel like I've had times in my life that I was feeling ashamed of being who I am in some way, and I was afraid that if I told people around me that I would be kind of, you know, ostracized from the community or people would accept me. And really, like what we were talking about before, the message is that like when Zach says to Bryce, "Hey, you could have just told me, you know, you could have just why didn't you just tell me, you know?" And how he doesn't go and tell the boys, you know, because he doesn't try to slander Bryce in that way. I think that's what I've kind of learned the most is like I should do that more and more and more, is like let people around me that I feel safe and comfortable with and love, let them and be okay with it.
100%.
Absolutely, man. Thank you guys so much for your time today. Again, congrats on season 3. You guys should be very proud of yourselves, man. You guys are doing amazing work. So until next time, man, take care.